Greetings, sports fans, and welcome to the latest edition of the Emporia Sports Buzz.
That's right, everyone. And if I have trouble talking today, if I don't stumble over my words, it's because I have a bad cough. So you're gonna have to bear with me this week.
It's the high school edition. Mike, we're using too many words. We got a lot to get to. But anyway, this is Jesse Newell, Gazette sports reporter, joined on this side by, as I always am, by Michael, the man, the myth, the legend, Ashford. Mike, say hi to everybody out there, quick.
Let's just get to it.
Okay, let's get to it. The Emporia High girls last week, they lose one, win one, lose one, have 2 losses on the season now. They moved up to number 1 in the rankings, but Mike, talk about this girls team. What has gone on lately with them in their last game?
Well, right now the Emporia High girls are kind of struggling with the injury bug. The injury bug's hit, especially the point guard position. Allie Armitage sat out the game on Friday against Washburn Rural, and Brittany Mays, her backup, actually has a foot injury right now. So they're kind of going through some bumps and bruises that the season kind of takes its toll on your body, and you just kind of start to wear down. And you know, the Emporia High girls fight. They actually have a lead at halftime, come back and have a lead at halftime against Washburn Rural, and then just cannot hit a shot in the second half against Rural, and end up losing that game by about 9 points. And you know, right now the Lady Spartans just need to get healthy. They need to get back home and get a couple nice wins there. Have the Glacier's Edge tournament this week to do that. But you know, the 2 losses to Junction City and to Washburn Rural, a couple of good teams there, both ranked in the top 5 of their respective classifications. So Lady Spartans aren't hitting the panic button yet, nor should they be. They just need to get healthy, need to get some more wins under the belt.
You look at the splits for the Lady Spartans, though. Right now, their games that are neutral courts and home court, they're undefeated. The games that are on road, they're 0-2. So we'll see if they can pick up some road wins, get some confidence there. Speaking of teams with confidence, let's talk about the Spartans right now, because this team is flying high. Wins 3 games, wins the Chanute tournament and the Ralph Miller Classic. And talk about them right now, Mike, because this team, since going to that new offense, really has played with a lot of confidence.
I told Coach Bloomquist after the Ralph Miller Classic title game where they beat Shawnee Heights, I have not seen Coach Bloomquist this happy since I've been at the Gazette. I mean, he has been ecstatic after every 3 of the wins down there at the Chanute tournament, the Ralph Miller Classic, and rightfully so. I mean, the Spartans are playing like a team with a fire under itself right now. You know, it starts with Kadrick Bloomquist. He goes off for 34, 27, and 35 points in the Ralph Miller Classic, sets the tournament scoring record there. And you know, this team is playing so well together right now. Just from the sounds of it down at the Ralph Miller Classic, and seeing that kind of switch against Junction City that started this all, this team is playing so well together. They're getting contributions from everywhere, all across the court. Jacob Torres is one player who I really want to mention, because he has become kind of that next guy beyond the big 3 of Taylor Euler, Troy Pierce, and Kadrick Bloomquist to step up his game. Same with Brandon Childs. Those 2 have really started to come on in the last 4 games, and give credit to Coach Bloomquist for switching up the offense and kind of giving this team a spark of life. Give credit to the players for running it as well as they have, and really looking like a team that could now start to contend in the Centennial League.
You're talking about that 4th score. It helps when your first scorer scores 35, and then your second scorer scores 15. I mean, you don't even need 3 or 4 scores after that when your top 2 score 50. But big wins for the Emporia, like I said, flying high right now. We'll see how they can handle the rest of the Centennial League schedule, and if that offense, I mean, takes them greater places than they were going, I guess, earlier in the season. Let's get Emporia High wrapped up, Mike. Emporia High wrestling team, talk about them and their duels. I guess they accomplished a feat that doesn't happen very often in high school wrestling this weekend.
The Spartans actually shut out a team, and you know, Ruskin, Missouri only had 6 wrestlers, but to shut out a team, to get 5 out of those victories coming by pins, that's something that Coach Buckby had never been a part of, and the coach from Ruskin had never been a part of. So this wasn't just like, you know, this was a big deal here. I mean, this was, you know, shutting out a team in wrestling in high school is a pretty significant accomplishment. Emporia High did it, and they have had a very good wrestling program for a long time now. The Spartans actually go 4-1 at their home winter duels meet. Only lose to Derby, pick up wins over Ruskin, obviously, Seaman, Junction City, and one other team in there, Wichita Heights. And you know, the Spartans are starting to come around. Like Coach Buckby told me after this last weekend that he was just seeing this team start to hit its stride coming down the home stretch here. You know, you got guys like Sal Tovar and Justin Rose who have wrestled really well all year long. Taylor Lee at 145 has also been fantastic. He's 9-0 at home, and I believe 8 of those wins have come by pins. You also saw the return of Mark Colmer to the wrestling mat. This is a guy who started off the year as the #1 ranked wrestler at his weight class in 189. He goes 4-1. He loses his match to Derby, to a kid from Derby, but that was only his first action of the season. Mark Homer is going to be a very good wrestler this year, and the Spartans are starting to come and hit their stride.
Enough Emporia. We're turning to the area right now. Northern Heights, real quick in the Flint Hill Shootout, take first on the boys' side. Now 11-0. Let's get them in the 3A rankings. What do you say?
If it was up to me, I'd have them right up there. I'd probably have them in the top 5 because after seeing all 3 games that there's in the Flint Hills League Shootout, they got my vote. This is a very impressive team. Hayden Parks, at times, just a man among boys down there. A fantastic player, and really, if it wasn't for Kadrick Bloomquist and his 97 points in 3 games, Hayden Parks would be right up there for Area Athlete of the Week this week. I think I might have just given myself away, but Hayden Parks, fantastic, and the North Heights boys get it done.
Roman Murray also has an 11-0 run, helping them to win the championship game against Harrington. Also, the Northern Heights girls go 2-1. Amy Lee leads them in scoring twice, so congratulations to them as well. But I want to talk Lion County League tournament, Mike, because that's the big thing this week. Let's talk about girls' side overall. I know there's a lot of quality girls programs in the middle, kind of the Lebos and such, but we got to expect an Opie versus Linden championship, don't we? Here, I mean, with the top 2 teams.
I think we really do, because Linden's only league loss was to Opie, and that was in overtime. The Opie girls up until that point had just dominated every single Lyon County League team. And the rest of the Lyon County League teams besides Opie and Linden were just beating each other up. I mean, Madison lost at Waverly. Lebo lost to Madison. I mean, it's just back and forth there in those 3 through 6 teams about. And it has the potential to be an exciting Lyon County League tournament on the girls' side. If maybe a few of those upsets hit the top 2 teams, you still got to expect Opie and Linden to be there in the championship game.
The 2 biggest teams, the 2 most talented teams, Opie and Linden. But like you said, there's a couple other teams in there that could make a run. Lebo could make a run. Madison, obviously, with Shelby Buster and Morgan Stout, they're 2 super sophomores. I mean, they could obviously make a run as well. So it should be an interesting one. It would be great to see Opie Linden play a little bit closer to home instead of playing at Linden, because that game was a great game in overtime. On the boys' side, you have a little bit more of that meat in the middle. Opie, obviously, the top seed, but what do you expect from this tournament, Mike? Because I think it'd be crazy. You've got a lot of teams like Lebo, Hartford, even Linden coming on as of late that could really make a run at the championship.
Well, then you can't forget the Cardiac Bulldogs down there in Madison. I mean, those teams all have a legitimate shot at this, and we talk about Linden having a shot at this. They're 3-6 or 3-7 in the league right now, and this was a team that returned 5 starters. Lost their first 6 league games, and have now started to turn things around and have started to play like a lot of people expected them. Don't be surprised if they find their way into the 3rd place, or maybe with a few upsets, that 1st place game on Saturday. I still expect Opie to make it there. Hartford and Meridian Valley are obviously 2 very, very good basketball teams. Lebo has all the talent of the world. Very even boys side of the tournament.
Should be very exciting, and we're looking forward to both the festivities and the food at White Auditorium. I think that's all the time we got for Jesse Newell, Gazette sports reporter, and Michael Ashford, the man, the myth, the legend. That's what we call him. We're going to sign off for the Emporia Sports Buzz High School edition. Before we go, Mike, we need some advice for all the kids out there.
I'll make a two-part here. First off, a prediction: the Emporia High girls are going to win the Glacier's Edge tournament. So my advice to you: bring your swimming trunks, because they're going to take a dip in the pool like they do every year after they win.
It's tradition, and since I can't swim, I'm going to bring my water wings too.
All right.
If you want to bring your little rubber ducky, then that'll work as well.
We'd be set.
All right, we'll see you guys next week.
Bye.